The Whiskey Brothers podcast is intended for an adult listening audience. If you find yourself easily offended, I guarantee this will do it.
They don't want no problem. Nah.
From Houston, Texas, the Whiskey Brothers podcast starts now.
Welcome to the Whiskey Brothers podcast. It's episode 816. We will get right to it.
816.
Slade, Rob. Trey is not with us. He just, him and John Wessling just took a win over over Philly. That was a scary one, even though they won handily.
Yeah.
So we'll see tomorrow night. This will all have already happened by the time this episode comes out. Hopefully Houston will have brought home a trophy, and it will all be Whiskey Brothers adjacent. Date at Helium. Is there a prize?
I don't know. Is there a date at Helium?
I don't know. I assume.
I'm sure it's some money, and then Mark and Joe will call you gay.
There you go. If you are online, you're free to. You can't. It's already over.
Yeah.
Why am I even pimping this? That's so stupid.
What are their names? Mark and what?
Mark, Norman, and Joe Liz.
Okay.
You know, the husband of the person that's from
Sarah Talamash, our friend who's been on the show repeatedly. Yeah. Joe was going to be on the Christmas show this year, and I forget what happened. They just know something came up with. Anyway,
well, they listened to the podcast and they're like, I'm not doing that.
No, Sarah's done it many times, but I think her dad was in the hospital or something. So we'll drink to you guys and a Houston win and maybe a Houston overall win and
La Houston
to be in
La Houston.
La Houston.
Cheers.
Outstanding.
Yeah, go ahead, Rock.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't have anything to say. I was just going to. You just did a shot of Corona.
Oh my God.
Is it rough? Is it a little tight for you? A little tart?
Oil prices are low.
Going right back to it. Yeah,
There you go.
it was an amazing roast. It was like a playoff game.
That was really strong. I don't know if anybody on the other side, who's still in it on the other side. Portland.
We're looking at. I think Portland won that last one.
Yeah, which was
Cleveland,
rough.
More City. I don't know.
Portland, Cleveland, and somebody.
Yeah.
And it,
Shows you how
Dallas won theirs.
Yeah.
No, Dallas lost theirs.
Yeah, Dallas
shit
is
the
good.
bed.
Yeah, classic Dallas.
So we'll have to check. I mean, that's the roast thing to me is fun, man. There were some really good lines dropped by both sides. Whatever, roast or roast.
They had to use Dallas because Tulsa was not available.
Are there comics in Tulsa?
No, they just don't have. They don't have internet.
Because they're poor and rural.
Yeah.
What's the old Johnny like? Wireless. This whole damn state's wireless. All right.
I hate Oklahoma so much.
Yeah,
it's
not fun.
They beat us to weed. Isn't that crazy?
What?
Yeah,
So wait,
that's odd.
did that just happen?
Yeah,
No,
last
it
year.
started last year.
Yeah.
So last year, but now they're talking about Texans being able to get Oklahoma medical cards.
I didn't even know anything about
Yeah,
that. That's
I read that. I
hilarious.
literally read that this morning. I didn't know
Texas
it was.
rarely ever works with
A
other
state
states.
with
so
actual no medical care at all.
Yeah, no. So I don't
You're
think
gonna go
Texas
there.
has any say so.
Everyone that needs it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Texas doesn't have any say so in this. Oklahoma's
That's
going,
funny.
just come on over and we'll give you a card.
Now, you still can't get an abortion here. Of
course not.
A sin. But you want to come pick up a fat sack of dab and smoke in front of your child? You can now.
That abortion is a sin, but if you'll wait in the casino for us to call you, we'll get right back to you about that.
That's the thing about Texas. They talk about how much all the Texans are about liberty and fucking freedom, but we have to go outside our borders to get anything. The gambling.
I figured out what it is. You know what
Even
it is?
our doctors.
This is what it is.
Doctors Without Borders.
I
That's the
truly think
checklist.
because it does seem counterintuitive that people so obsessed with freedom limit their freedom so much. It's because Texans are really horny. And so they love doing things that are wrong. Like they still love abortions and cannabis and
sodomy.
They just do it behind closed doors.
We just need it to be illegal so we feel like we're getting by with something.
If it's not on the books, what's
I
the point?
got you.
know?
Yeah.
Also, by the way, what are books? Seriously, I've heard of audiobooks. Now, here, new app idea I just came up with: transcriptions of audiobooks. What do you think? I just thought of that. If you can get one of them fucking Indian dudes to IT it together, that'd be tight.
Is that what's that character's name?
Me running for president.
And then you get a place where you put them in, like a building.
Yeah.
And then you can
building.
Yeah. And you can check them out. You
Wait,
check out
wait.
your audiobook transcripts. You get like a card or something.
Wait a damn second. But then how would I find them within all of the...
You'd have to have, Dewey, you got a system? My boy Dewey, he's got a system for marking these books.
Definitely gonna put ones and zeros. Definitely gonna do that. Definitely gonna put the books in order.
My biggest problem with audiobooks is you can't burn them in the streets when they write about women.
But you can shoot a gun at them. I'm surprised no one's tried shooting a gun at COVID because they tried that during the hurricanes, right?
I know they built a wall. They were keep those hurricanes in the Gulf.
I was thinking about this on the way. You know, I don't know why the South goes, the South will rise again. Because the North is never saying shit like that. The North's like, we'll just be here for a while.
The North is like LeBron in the finals. But you still got to come through us.
We're going to rise like a University of Phoenix from the ashes.
That's a lot of that's the South in general is hanging on to things we didn't win, like the Alamo.
Wait, hanging on? That's actually
hold up,
hanging. Just putting it out there. We South's biggest strengths.
The Alamo, Confederacy. Yeah.
Yes, they're all
diabetes. We've lost all these.
2017 World Series.
Yes.
That was fair and square.
Pretending we won stuff we didn't really.
Houston's literacy rate is so high that they thought the phrase was "those who can't do cheat."
Damn, that's crazy. That's your dumbest smart joke.
God damn, that is good.
Thank you. I'm retarded.
Dumbest cerebral joke ever.
Do you have a Rubik's Cube I can eat?
It's right there. There's. Did you just write that, or has that been in the arsenal?
No, everything's in the arsenal. I'm not even a person.
Oh wait, that wasn't off the dome.
No,
you can't tell. But you know what?
You couldn't tell.
The fact that we have to ask, because sometimes that happens with him, but also sometimes he's writing those at home waiting for the. He's not going to do them on stage.
I do a bunch of bullshit. You know me. I put a bunch of bullshit out.
I'm
usually
familiar.
Rob's like, "Oh, it's time for me to say, hey, fuck you," and I'm like, "Oh, hell yeah, that's a good joke when Rob tells you fuck you on Facebook."
That's always a good sign.
It's my favorite. It's like when Bob also goes, "Hey, shut up!" Exclamation point! Biggerstaff just does that. And you're like, okay, this is good.
Certain little thing. Yeah, I'm keeping this one. That's a Rob. You are absolutely when you go. You know what? Dot.
Yeah.
Hey, fuck you.
Fuck you.
Yeah. I have to find different ways to say it.
I love it. It's my favorite. If Rob Mungle ever comments "fuck you" in your Facebook post, you're doing a good thing.
You're doing something. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
We all.
You're a Republican.
That's the Reverend Hail Mary. That's what he suggests to you.
You follow.
Have you seen my app?
Oh.
I can't believe I'm showing my keys again.
Are you,
I'm not surprised.
dude, what else? What else? What are you gonna show us?
It actually says this side bump.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I got
man can still dance.
in a drunken stupor. I ordered something, and I knew, and this is how I know I was
Is
drunk.
that a Pandora bracelet?
No, it was my credit
Nice.
card
Good-
knows me
good
so well.
stutter.
No, my credit card knows me so well because I bought this and I got a notification saying, "Did you buy something from the Catholic Church?" And I said, "Oh yeah, I did." So I've got a
You ordered a boy?
A boy toy.
a boy toy.
You have to put it in water.
Or an adult toy, as we
Yeah.
call them.
Yeah.
Boys are adult toys.
It's like one of the things you got to add water and it grows.
Yeah.
So wait, so it's
This
like
is
a
the
pendant?
saint, the patron saint of cooks, chefs, and comedians.
Which one is it?
Saint Laurence.
Guy Fieri. That's the patrons.
They're actually pretty close, and like they're both French, sort of.
Dude, we took a fucking boy, we deep fried him, right? We filled him with cheese, then we fucked him, then we ate him. Woo! What?
Flames.
But this is the great story of why
We
he
donated all the proceeds to charity. Wait, Guy, this is very problematic. Hell yeah. Anyways, this is Smash Mouth. Somebody.
Hey now. Go ahead.
But it's a funny story of why he's the patron saint of comedians and chefs.
Comedians and chefs
Yes.
and what else?
Cooks. Because when he was preaching the gospel of Christ back in the day, the local
Jesus Christ?
chef, something like that. Yeah,
Fred.
whatever
It's
the fucking
lesser known.
whatever
Fred Christ.
Roman general didn't care for him, and so they put him on a.
Have
fucking,
you heard of Fred Christ?
Have you made your decision?
Fred is funny.
Yeah.
It's funnier than Brian.
They
Don't
put him
say
on.
that,
So they put Laurence on a fucking barbecue pit.
Wow.
And they're roasting him to death.
or like one of the
Texas
ones.
dude.
Like,
Hell yeah.
Like the way
No,
the Ewoks would do it,
No,
or
it's
like the
just
way
a
the
flat
Hawaiians
one.
would do
Yeah,
it.
it's a flat one.
We talking about a wet sauce or a dry rub?
It's Catholic.
Take that fucking South Carolina shit back to stupid town.
So
Imagine if
while
they'd been Hawaiian.
Yeah. So while he's being roasted to death, he cries out to the general or whatever,
Cleveland knows
turn
what
me
that's like."
over, turn me over, this side's done. And so
Wow.
that's why he's the patron saint of
Holy-
Wait.
Ah.
So he was like a Don Rickles of the 600s.
Put some skates on your face. Classic Don Rickles line. One of my favorites. Go home, put some skates on your face.
It's funny that he's also the patron saint of chefs and cooks.
Yeah.
Right,
Like
and
saying,
You know, he should be the patron saint of things you eat.
that's like saying he's
Well, I was gonna say that's the irony. Is he the patron saint of cooks because he got
No, that
barbecued?
because
just
he was
mean-
barbecued.
No, that just means that he's the patron saint of white people and Mexicans. There's a difference, guys. If you're a
So wait, you're saying that the patron saint for chefs
Yeah.
never cooked anything of his
Cooked
own?
himself. He was cooked.
Oh, wait, which one's the patron saint of sous chefs? That's the one I want.
we're not talking about Native American tribes here. Come on now.
That's Guy Fieri.
Gal Fieri, a character that we should really bring on the show.
Hey, everybody. Donkey sauce.
She is definitely a butch lesbian.
Oh, she is horny. Yeah.
Weirdly, same haircut.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, when I put that in my mouth, oh, fuck yeah.
Gal Fieri sounds like a Melissa McCartney.
Yeah.
Anyways, we deep fried her pussy.
Gal Ferrari.
Donkey sauce.
Gal Ferrari. I loved you in Wonder Woman.
That's great.
All right, let's do this. Let's take a break. We'll do a longer second segment. Things to remind you about. We have a Patreon. If you're is this even coming out? When does this come out? So in May.
2 weeks. We're
Okay,
supposed to
still
be
in May.
dead.
It's still in May. Yeah, I'm still alive. I got one more week.
Nice.
But you can join the Patreon up until June 1st. I think that's the cutoff date.
Whoa.
We're giving away a bunch of stuff. You get there's some original artwork. There's some signed prints of Rob's stuff. You can join us via Skype or Zoom to do Racehorse or Sex Act on an episode. We got stickers and show notes and T-shirts and a bunch of stuff in the grand prize pack. We'll probably give away
Used
more
cum.
than one. No, that's third place. But I need to talk to you and get before you leave. Somebody find the Sharpie. Where this is going to be weird. Anyway, go do that. Go to Patreon, search us. We're Whiskey Brothers, and we'll come right back on the Whiskey Brothers podcast.
Question? Comment? Just need to vent? Email us at podcast@praisewhiskey.com.
Welcome back.
Not even there.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Man, what a cool. I enjoy this. If we ever lose
We should
trade
get
of
4 guys together and do a
and
podcast.
drink some whiskey and talk shit. If we ever lose trade to Hollywood, you guys gotta stay close.
Well, you lose Zahid to Bollywood, huh? Am I right? He can dance. Have you seen his ass?
It's good. Come on, everybody needs a skeleton to spruce up the place.
That's so funny. If they ever do a Bollywood spooky skeletons, you'll be the first on the casting.
Guys, you won't believe this, but I played. You know that dead guy? Yeah, it was fucking meat. No, we know, dude.
All right, so I'm gonna drink this whiskey. You're gonna drink that whiskey.
Cheers.
We're man. This is I fucking forgot what I was about to say.
I wanted
So
to try
take over.
I wanted to try the Jack Daniels.
So these are still here. These are still on the table. There's not much left.
I
Zahid's
didn't
gone to
drink
town.
out of it, but the Jack Daniels, the ones in the cans, they're really good.
Jack makes a whiskey and cola and a whiskey. And, what is that?
This
Rob, the
is
in front of
one
you?
is whiskey
lemonade.
Lemonade.
Made with the Jack honey.
Okay, and then Zahid
This one is a whiskey and seltzer, kind of like a fucked up White Claw.
like a Jack and soda.
It's a great car whiskey, is what it is. It's a good highway hang.
I get pulled over and they're like, what's that beer? And I'm like, dude, open carry.
Always
not what
drink
that means.
responsibly.
I also have a gun, though.
I have my gun.
All right, yeah, you can go.
My apologies, Governor. Again with the governor. The classics never die. I don't know if you
Man, Michael Day had a great point about the governor. He's like, I love that Greg Abbott makes everybody sit down with him. He's like, wait, what a power move. They should sit lower than
They can sit on the floor Indian style. I mean, or whatever the what do you call it now?
Pakistani style.
Yeah, that's I forgot what is it called now? It's not. You can't call it Indian style.
It's cross
Cross
applesauce.
Crisscross applesauce.
Yeah.
That's actually how I do my KKK work.
What?
Are you an intern? You're a social media intern for the Klan?
I'm a diversity hire.
The Klan.
We need to get some of these fucking brown guys. It's too white.
And we found that out because we let some Jews in and they told us about tax credits.
So put them in tech and let's go.
This sketch is called "The KKK Slowly Finding Out the Merit of Diversity in the Workplace."
But there's still no fucking chicks.
Principles are principles.
I'll do every piece of secretarian that needs secretarian before I hire one of them.
On them fucking crotches.
What did you?
Hey, they're crotchless or whatever. They got no dick.
I love
Crotchless.
I love
Crotchless.
I love the guy that he's so racist. He like comes up with slurs for things that aren't people and stuff. Like he calls June bugs Junies or something. Goddamn, Junie's getting in his house trying to fuck my daughter. It's just
fucking
racist
ketos.
towards all kinds of stuff.
Fucking ketos biting me.
There's
It's a mosquito.
Ketos. I was like, what kind of workout person is that?
There's this really good Muslim comic named Preacher Moss.
Yeah.
And he has this great joke where he goes, like, they never show the blooper reels of racism. Like, they never show, like, a guy, like, going up, like, in, like, Mississippi to, like, a house being like, you know, get Theodis out here. We're going to hang him. And then the guy, like, a guy comes on and he goes, he's at work. You got to come back on Tuesdays. That's his off day. And they're like, all right, well, let them know we'll be back.
Let 'em know.
Jed, make a note.
Yeah.
God damn it, third time.
Just have no infrastructure.
I feel like they're not like what is an average Klan office consist?
It's a campfire.
No, I mean, do they operate out of buildings?
Well,
do they rent?
Okay, well, there's
space?
certainly a pool table.
They, people don't talk about this. They work out of WeWork.
Yeah, we work with 3Ks. Yeah, at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, Rob, they might. It's an
Nice.
above ground pool table.
Yeah.
They,
Their slogan is "We work will set you free."
Yes. Yes.
We did go dumber. It's what you want.
I love it. Big fan.
Fucking we work.
yeah, that's. I want to see that undercover boss.
I haven't worked in an office in so long. I have no references to fucking make.
I just want
Were there staplers?
Yeah.
I want like a KKK where they have an HR department. He's like, I don't know about this. This seems kind of sketchy to me, man.
He's like, the thing is,
that's how he talks all the time.
that's so funny. He's like, you can call anyone outside the Klan whatever words you want. Internal conflict, however.
Hey, look, listen here, man. Like Jeff just likes mayonnaise, all right? I don't think it's like something to point out, man. Like range dressing is like we're all range dressing. Anyways, you want to go watch Hamilton? Goddamn big of a dog.
Now wait, what about the diversity hires? Are they?
Listen, we got one of them Irish, so I don't, we're working
God
out.
damn it! I had to twist my arm on that shit too. I'll tell you what. Fucking potato eating sons of bitches.
It's so fun. I mean, if you look at it, like KKK is really no different than stand-up comedy. Just a place you get together. Stand-up comics just get together and they go, improvisers. I would love to leave a burning cross on improvisers' lawns.
Yeah, we're not punishing the right people.
You want a professional location? Get a job.
Goddamn, yes, Anders. Coming in here, maybe fucking my daughter.
Yeah. Putting up all this garbage.
Fuckers.
Always with their hand out, going, "Give me a job."
Yeah. Hold on. Wait a minute, guys. Guys, hold on. And scene.
And see.
I've learned it's weird that there's a mutual distaste or pretend hatred for improvisers and stand-ups because really,
There's no pretend.
all of our hate should be focused on impersonators. Those are the real scumfuckers of stand.
And Mexicans. Or as you guys call them, Hispanics. My mom's a gay. So
You can say that?
and my dad's my mom. And she calls me Radu.
And she hates it.
Wait a minute. I just got confused.
I'm so lost. Who is who?
Man.
God, y'all look alike.
Calls coming from inside the house.
Wait
a second.
You know, one time, and I hope that I'm not trying to put you on blast. Maybe we can edit this out if it's too shameful. But one time we got mistaken at a drug dealer.
For Trey. And that guy was the most progressive guy I've ever met. He's like, I don't even see races. I don't see anything. And then he touched my face, and I was like, "Whoa, you can't touch our hair."
I was with my wife at a local drug person, and we buy weed there. And the lady was like, "You don't want this other stuff you usually get?" And I was like, "I never do that drug. What are you talking about?" She's like, I just sold it to you." And I'm like, "Oh, you mean Zahid?" I think.
I ate her hand.
And that drug was coronavirus. My drug dealer was Trey.
Who's gay and also Zahid's dad. This is so weird. This is.
Yeah.
I'm spinning. I'm sorry.
I just want to do this shot. All right.
There you go.
Cheers.
Yeah, I already did mine.
I
There you
love
go.
this. Honestly, I love the Jack Daniels in the can.
Yeah, it's good. I haven't tried the. What's that one?
This is with seltzer. And I
Seltzer.
think it's better because it doesn't.
I do know that has a
I like
smaller volume.
I like the fact that you're pouring shots out of the.
Well, there's no
know.
other glass.
Seltzer.
It's also that way we can share. It's also so we can share it a little bit. You know?
See, that's weird. That's clear.
It's clear. Yeah.
Looks like whiskey vodka.
Yeah.
Call back, get paid.
Hey yo.
Listen to Tuesday.
I'll have a fucking Slade.
It looks very effervescent.
He swallows the shot glass.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Like a pelican.
Not a fan of that one. But then again, I hate water. So.
Well, I thought you guys hated seasoning.
Do you like watching like any kind of animal that can make its mouth bigger, eat something that's bigger than it?
Bro,
Always.
it's one of the most uncomfortably favorite things
It's
I have.
so good.
Dude, especially if you get like a snake that's eating like an alligator or a cheetah.
To me, it's not the swallowing part. It's not the mouth. It's the part after where the snake.
Yeah,
Remember that? Like
where it does the porn blow job? The
Yeah.
look.
But like
That's
the
where
snake has to,
where the snake's thinking to himself, "Oh, I made a mistake. Oh, fuck, I made a mistake."
I always want to like in my head. I'm like, man, just bites, dog. Just like it's a fun.
little bitty, but they don't got no teeth.
They got those tiny teeth.
How fat you?
I
gotta be
eat
to-
once a year. All right,
Yeah.
fuck you.
That's probably the worst part about being a snake. You know, is that you don't get to enjoy your food.
But here's the thing: like, imagine if you ate and then it just kicked it in your stomach and you felt full
I've
for
never
6
eaten
months.
before.
For 6 months, you
Yeah.
just felt full and happy.
You know, it's funny. We all know how snakes eat, but none of us know how they fuck. You ever seen a snake dick?
Whoa! Write that down. That's great, dude.
No, I talk about it all the time.
Dude.
It's not a stand-up.
Do you all the time?
I advocate
like
about
all
that.
the time. Is this
You should talk about that on stand up because I don't even know what a snake fuck is. What do you make a pretzel?
Yeah.
No,
What
so
is
they
that
they
even
no
like?
like they make like that candy that comes.
No, it
with
looks like the infinity symbol.
oh, a Mobius strip.
Yeah.
yeah. They just fuck like an MC Escher painting.
They have like a hole. They have.
Of course, they have a hole, and they have a thing that comes out, and it
similar
goes,
to a chicken. I think
it's a cloaca.
Yes, a cloaca.
It's the only time a penis has looked like the actual person.
Dickhead, you're a dickhole body.
Is that a smaller snake coming out of it? Is that a little tiny snake?
You know, some animals have an all-purpose hole.
Yeah, cloaca.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dale came up. Dale Cheeseman, former whiskey brother, had the best. We used to work together.
Best cloaca joke.
And yes, it was because he would. My favorite part. We used to work in an office together, and then my favorite part about Dale working in the office is that he would get really high during lunch, and then he would get in the car and smoke a cigarette in the car. And then he'd leave, and he goes, "They can't smell weed on it if you smell like cigarettes." It's the most brilliant thing.
Yeah.
But one time we were talking about cloacas, and he was doing an impression of a bird, and he goes, "Hey Jeff, you ever come so hard you poop out of your pee hole?" It's like the greatest impression of a bird.
It's just such a fancy word for such a
Yeah.
gross hole.
Cloaca.
Yeah.
It doesn't
I
sound.
think that's what they should have called Bird Box, the movie.
cloaca.
Bird box.
Cloaca.
That's the name of the gay bird.
The bird gay bar. No, that's the bird cage.
No, the bird box.
Bird Box, Cloaca, starring Sandra Bullock.
What's this for?
You're not
It
gonna
opened
want to
my
take.
eyes.
You're not gonna want to take that blindfold off.
Like the maintenance on
I
that
am
hole.
fucking a penguin.
The maintenance on that hole.
It's gotta be.
Like every person you know that has a vagina, all they do is complain about the upkeep on that.
That was so progressive of you. You didn't say every woman. You said every person
Oh, yeah.
you know.
Dog.
Dude,
Dude,
you
that was-
accidentally tripped into being progressive.
No, I know
very-
some dudes with some cool pussies.
You know what that was?
but
You know what that was like? You know when they go they go, man, if you can't learn the language, get out. Because
You learn the language.
The rest of the sentence is, if you can though, like it's like pro education. Like they tripped into progress. And he was like, man, I know every person that has a vagina because you know them, they. It was so
The
accidental.
universal we.
No, a lot of people have pussies these days. You don't know.
Hey, my dad.
You don't.
Yeah. My dad hates his vagina. All he does is complain about it. Such a sweaty hole.
My
he's
dad
got.
hates his vagina and my mom's. But he loves mine. Because I'm a thing. Hey, great whiskey from Jack Daniels. If you don't want...
What was it? The cocaine?
Cloaca.
Yeah.
Cloaca. No, that's
that's
what Trump's taking.
Honestly, I've had a couple of shots of whiskey. I'd say, man, call your guy. Let's get a big bag of...
Cloaca.
Hey, man, you got that bird pussy? I need to get straightened out. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Code word.
Oh, dude, I told you to stop saying it out loud.
Yeah, it's uncut.
Bird
Can
pussy.
you circumcise a clocaline?
That's funny.
Right.
Locally, that's fine.
Rob, bird pussy's in my lighter pocket.
Don't look at it.
Is there a clitoris on a cloaca? Like, is there a part you stimulate?
It's their beak.
I mean,
You gotta flick it. You gotta
No,
flick
it's
it.
that thing under that weird chicken neck thing.
oh, the gobbler,
Yeah.
the whatever that is.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got a name. It's a
It's a granny.
Sarah.
Sarah.
That's what I call it.
It's a granny clampet. That's what that is.
granny
Yeah.
clampet. No, it has a.
You know, in
it's,
certain cultures, they let you eat that part of the bird.
they do.
Hell yeah, it's called Thanksgiving, bitch. What's up?
Yeah, it's a no. I've heard that they freeze it and then they eat it a year later.
Oh my
That's what-
God.
yeah.
Serious? That's a real thing?
No, that's placenta.
Placenta sounds like someone Trey knows.
Placenta or a wedding cake. I don't know. One of the two.
That's why they never bring a birthday cake to a birth. Because they're like, all right, we'll just put a candle in his placenta. If whoever wants to eat this shit, you can have it.
But imagine if you were staying with somebody during like a quarantine and you were just defrosting stuff in the freezer.
Well, I have
Yeah, have you lived with my parents? It's fucking tight.
I have a recipe for placenta polenta. Oh my God. It's actually really nourishing, and it's got earth tones.
There's a recipe from Valencia. That's Valencia placenta polenta,
right.
and it is the.
All right, I'm going to tell y'all to fuck off. Right now. I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and say.
Facebook post. You witnessed the live Facebook
We know it's good. We know it's good. We know
It
it's good.
slaps, as the kids say.
You know who makes that great pussy polenta fucking shit?
Who tell me?
Yeah, it's Guy Fieri.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's the, what's
We call that
happened
a callback
Yeah.
in the business, my
Zahid-
friend.
Monkey sauce.
here? Zahid's circular comedy has infected everybody here.
It's called COVID. That's the only time I'll ever go viral. Yeah.
Ooh, this side bump. Listen, we. That's every.
All right, Rob, let me get that key.
I gotta be safe.
I've written nothing down.
Hey, listeners, if you get me and Zahid mixed up on the podcast just by our audio, can you follow both of us and tell us
At
which one
Trey
you hate more?
Tutson Comedy.
Yes, at Trey Tutson Comedy with a K, because he can't spell.
They're both insanely hard to spell. You got Zahid Dewji with no V.
I know.
And Radu Bondar with no
Yeah, if
O.
you were a comedy team and a clue on Wheel of Fortune,
We'd be who's on first.
Beautiful. Love it.
I'd like to buy a who's on first.
God,
You
can't
guys
tell
have a
between us. You can't tell who's pitching or catching.
Because
they're
yeah,
gay.
you can.
our dicks are small. Can't see them.
But also you pitch. So you guys have a show coming up. You're doing. Is it with the Nowhere Comedy Club?
We're doing a Nowhere Comedy Club Best of Houston showcase. We're gonna have like a couple up and comers, some people.
Wow, when is that?
Well, you know, we wanted young people who know how to use Zoom, and I watched you earlier today.
Bet you know.
No, if you'd
better.
let I'm
No,
looking
busy.
for for special guests.
I'm actually,
unbilled
but I'm also busy.
sort of celebrity.
When is
It's
it?
supposed to be dead.
It's June 5th.
Oh yeah, I'm dead by the first
Friday. Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. Well, whatever. So June 5th, nowherecomedyclub.com.
But I figured, you know, it's strange. You know the Hoff, you know Ben. You should be headlining us.
Yeah. I'm totally fucking.
We're
with
gonna
you.
get you in.
I'm literally fucking.
I'm gonna
with
get you. I'm gonna get my commish, my Slade commish.
They do. Yeah. Yes.
I get my points.
So
Spoken like a true Romanian.
Gypsy.
I will come out on top,
But
regardless
June
of how this
5th,
works out.
I'm gonna host. There's gonna be a lot of people. Trey's gonna be on there. Zahid will be on there. Bryson Brown.
Nice.
Josh Stokes. There's some people. It's some
Okay, so the best-
and
yeah.
hopefully if we get enough
Basically,
people out there,
the best black guys in Houston.
we'll do more, because I think some of these Zoom shows, from what we're seeing, at least in other states too, they're going to live past the quarantine.
They're cool. They are cool.
They
man.
are. You've done some of them, so you know if they're done right, if the audience is
I
measured
agree.
and
It's
whatever.
It's really
it can be
fun
good.
and it's worth checking out. It's a couple of bucks. It supports comics and it is fun.
Yeah, but June 5th, nowherecomedyclub.com. Just find that. Look for the Best of Houston show. Trey's going to be on there. A lot of former guests that have been on the podcast. That's always fun. And you guys do a Q&A afterwards as well, right?
We tend to do. It's going to be interesting with this one, because I bet we'll just some people will probably just want to leave after their sets, and some people will stick around. But yeah, it's so much. I've done it when I do those shows, and it's crazy. It's like inviting your friends onto the stage and getting microphones.
So check it out. You guys are going to come back. Trey's going to be back eventually. I'm going to be back eventually. We're going to do this again in June. Rob, you're always here. Let's put a pin in this one, do another shot, and we'll all go hang out for a minute.
Cool, man. That was super fun. Thanks for having myself. And
This is always a great time.
That was fun.
I like to leave on a whimper.
More people should relish in this.
I agree, but they're not allowed. You guys are welcome. We'll see you guys. We'll see everybody soon.
They don't want no problem. Nah.
Music provided by Scarface. Thank you for listening to yet another excellent episode of the Whiskey Brothers Podcast, the world's funniest podcast ever. The Whiskey Brothers Podcast was made in America by Americans, mostly in and around the Houston area. All content copyright the Whiskey Brothers. This concludes our broadcast day. Goodbye.